Morning, where everyone is.
Say hi once you get here so we know who's watching in the comments because we've got a lot of really good stuff today. And I want to see who's hanging out with us live. And if you're on the replay, also feel free to drop hello in the chat. I see, is it Shakilia? That's a beautiful name. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
it's really unique.
I love it.
It's Friday. It's Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, yeah, it is. Oh my gosh. I didn't even realize it was Cinco de Mayo. Sad. All right. I'm super, super, super excited about today because we're going to dive in. Aniston, this is one of my favorite things to talk about, the best tools to use as a social media manager, freelancer, business owner, content creator, all of the above. You love tools that make work easier, right?
And they need to be utilized more. And I think we get really overwhelmed because it's like there's so many different types of tools, but once you find ones that work for you and that you like and are easy to use, it's a game changer.
Beautiful. Okay, so should we just dive right on in? I'm gonna ask a few questions, get people going. So number one, I want you to let me know in the comments or in the chat, depending on where you're watching, are you a freelancer? A business owner? I mean, some of these have overlap, by the way. A freelancer, a business owner, specifically a social media manager, a content creator, or something else. Drop it in the chat so we know kind of how to kind of tailor this a little bit to those who are live. I always like to reward people who are live. Okay, I see freelancer, fantastic. I see social media manager, amazing. Content creator, marketing manager, business owner. Okay, beautiful. So, real fast, drop a yes once you share what it is that you do, what it is that you are in your business. Drop a yes if even learning one little aha today, a workflow, a tip, a new way to use a tool that saves you time would make this totally worth it for you. I want to share a few things. Number one, I am a huge fan of things that make our lives easier. I'm a huge fan of workflows that make sense and aren't overly complicated. I'm a huge fan of anything that actually sets us up to create more content. I'm a huge fan of being able to create a lot of content. Anyone else in that boat with me? And I'm also a huge fan of finding where I can use premium tools versus where I can find the tools that are more accessible and affordable. Well, in our business, we've actually crossed $10 million in 8 years, which blows my mind. Isn't that actually crazy?
That's so crazy.
Well, we've crossed that. I still subscribe to the methodology of bootstrapping as much as possible. Meaning, if a tool that is affordable, if a tool is free, if a tool is cheap and it gets the job done, I'm all for it. I don't like to spend money just for the sake of spending money. Drop a yes if you can get down with that. And so, big fan of staying lean. So, everything I share is going to be some of the leaner options. I will share a few tools that are premium because this may support some people. And then, if you have some questions, feel free to save them till the end. If we have time to dive into questions, we will. Sound good? Okay. So, I want to share with you guys a few things. I'm kind of going to start at the top in terms of content creation. So, anyone here ever go to create content and you're like, I don't know what the heck to post? Or you go to create a few pieces of content and you're like, I can come up with 7 ideas. And then you're like, I don't know anything else. I know I'm not the only one there. You're like, I can't think of anything else. I'm out of my bandwidth. So I'm going to share with you guys a few ways to get amazing ideas for content creation. And some of these are free, some of these are cheap, and some of these are premium. You guys cool with that? Okay. So this is going to be really big, whether you are creating content for yourself or for your clients. Okay. So let's go ahead and we'll start with free, then we'll go to cheap, then we'll go to premium, and then we're going to move into ways to actually create the content. And then we're going to go into ways to get it all scheduled out, planned out, and then ultimately dive into analytics, reporting, in-depth analytics. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to share my screen with you guys.
Perfect.
Beautiful. All right. So the very first way that I want to share with you to come up with ideas, real fast before I do this, you may have seen these things used before. But if it is reminding you of something that you've been wanting to do, or if it's inspiring you to take action, or if it's answering a question you've had for a while, please drop aha in the chat. So if something clicks and resonates, drop aha in the chat. Okay, so this is a really, really big thing. People don't care what you do until they know how much you care about them. I'll say it again. People don't care about what you do until they know how much you care about them. So, whether you're running a nonprofit, an e commerce store, a coaching business, physical fitness, financial, it doesn't matter. You want to first and foremost create content that deeply serves people where they're at. And people always say this doesn't resonate for physical products. Oh, yes, it does. Candle business. How do I get my house to smell nice? I've got a stinky odor I can't get rid of. How do I make my house feel like a home? Are you catching my drift? We're diving into pain points with everything. You own a sweater shop. Fantastic, beautiful little boutique. People are saying, how do I dress cute for fall? What outfits can I wear that are flattering with a mom bod? Cute outfits that are easy to put together. Da da da, drop aha if this is clicking for you. Okay. So I like to start out all of my research here. So let's say sweaters is my business. Okay. Sweaters. I'm going to scroll on down and check out the related questions to the word sweaters. Okay. Most people don't even connect with why you do it. I'm going to correct that because this is really interesting. Most people connect when you meet them in their why and their pain point. So, where to buy sweaters online cheap? What this is asking to me is, how do I look the part without having to spend a ton of money?
Mhm.
Here's getting it. Drop an aha in the chat. Um, let's go ahead and expand this a little bit so we can get some more pulled up. How to buy sweaters that don't pill. That could be a whole series of content. Here's why your sweaters pill, and here's how to avoid that happening. Here's how to fix sweaters that pill. Or even better, get our sweaters that never pill. All right. Check that out, though. We've already got some really great questions. Why is it called a sweater? Do clothes eventually stop pilling? What fabric is least likely to pill? This is coming up a lot. Isn't that wild, you guys? So, what is the best quality for a sweater? So, you could do a piece of content around here's what to look for when you're buying a sweater to make sure it's going to last. Or sick and tired of fast fashion that falls apart in 2 days? Try this instead.
Yeah.
Okay. Who here loves this? Cool. And I decided to specifically use a physical product company for this one because I swear, Aniston, physical product people are always like, this only relates to education. So I'm
Yeah.
like, challenge accepted. Okay, beautiful. So this is the free way to come up with ideas for content. The next one, and this one will apply to anyone who has a YouTube channel. I think I have like still the free version of VidIQ, but there is a paid version, and this will expand massively. But basically, they can give you ideas for content based on what has worked, what is working on your specific YouTube channel. You can do this for clients as well. So let's say I wanted to do one on cute outfits. I could put cute outfits and see what daily ideas come up. Cute outfit ideas for all seasons. Cute outfits for work. I already know these two would absolutely crush it without a doubt. Drop aha if this is helping. So this is giving me really fantastic customized content prompts based on what it is that people are resonating with across YouTube. Okay, so I could also do this for my business, TikTok marketing. It'll probably cut me off at some point only because I'm on, I think, either the free or the super cheap plan. How to create a successful marketing campaign, the ultimate guide to TikTok marketing. That's actually 2-in-1. How to use TikTok to grow your business. Dig on it. I need to create that one. These are so good, aren't they? Okay. So drop aha if this is a helpful way that you didn't think to use vidIQ. Kind of nice, right? And we're going to go into the third idea because this is good for searching at volume. Now, I'm just going to point this out because I almost stopped recommending Answer the Public. Have you ever used Answer the Public, Aniston?
I've heard of it, but I actually haven't used it. Is it a keyword research or
Oh, it is compiling
okay.
all of the top most Googled questions
Ooh,
about specific keywords.
wow.
You're about to fall in love. I'm just going to warn you. You are too, along with everybody else.
Yes.
So I used to recommend it, and then I stopped recommending it because the price went up to like $99 a month.
Mhm.
But it
Oh,
is $9 a month now for one person, and that is a game changer. Neil Patel, serious thanks. If you're watching this across any platform, feel free to tag Neil because Neil, since you took over Answer the Public and made it $9 per month per person, oh, brilliant. Now I can recommend it like crazy and it's still
yeah,
accessible and affordable.
that's awesome.
So, okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the dashboard and you're going to type in the keywords that you want to learn what people are asking about. So let's go back to our original idea of sweaters. Neil Patel, you're a genius. Fun fact, one time Neil Patel mentioned me in his blog as a case study.
Ooh,
Isn't that kind of cool?
that's that's crazy.
I freaked out a little bit, a lot of it. I don't know that like star factor, the starstruck thing ever goes away. You're kind of always like, "Ah, for real?" Okay, so, let's go ahead and scroll on down. So sweater, check this out.
Oh, wow.
Sweater, where to buy, um, s why sweater is expensive, which sweaters don't pill, which sweater is the warmest, can sweater sleeves be shortened? Can sweaters have zippers? Can sweaters be ironed? Are sweater dresses in style 2023? I don't know if they are. I've got some sweater dresses. But all of this to say, are they? Are they? I don't know.
I think they're cute.
They can be. As long as you style them right, I think they can work.
Yeah.
Okay, so this gives you tons of questions based on the specific start of the question. So where, will, when,
Mhm.
why, who, how, which, can, are, what, etc. And then you can sneak on down here and it's going to give you things like sweater with collared shirt. Oh, so you could literally do a video. Here are 5 sweaters with a collar built in,
Mhm.
collared shirt look. Sweaters with thumb holes. Oh, this is so cool. So basically, you are learning exactly what people are wanting, so you can create content around what people are asking. Drop aha in the chat if this is already helping. We've gone through 3 tools already, and it's only been 14 minutes. Holy moly.
Amazing.
Now, the one thing I like to do is I like to when you have, I think, the paid version, I don't know if I can do it right now. Nope, I don't have the paid version yet. I should just sign up. You can export all of these into a
Oh,
CSV. So you have literally the ability to do 100 searches per day. So I could do the next one, cute outfits. Oh, I hit my limit. Sad, 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 sad. Um, Stephen, it is the Google searches people are running, which means if this is what people are asking, this is what you want to be creating because then you are answering their questions sometimes before they even ask it.
Mhm.
Okay. So we've got the ability to use that here. Now, one of the questions that we saw, actually, we can go back to the daily ideas here. The ultimate guide to TikTok marketing, how to use TikTok to grow your business. Let's go ahead and grab one of these. That makes sense. That makes sense. There aren't trademark issues here because you can't trademark questions that people are asking to Google. You're spot on, Stephen. Thank you for that clarification. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of those ideas and hop into, and I'm going to do this 2 different ways. I'm going to do it once in the free version and one's in the premium version to see. And if you're just arriving, you'll want to watch the replay or just watch from now. Okay, ready? I'm going to go into ChatGPT, which has limitations, but it can be awesome. Side note, I like both ChatGPT and Jasper to support me with creating content when my brain is stuck or when I just need base content that I can go in and edit and tweak, etc. And it's really helpful for anyone who's a one-man show or running lean or bootstrapping. All right, so I'm going to say ChatGPT, give me 10 short answers to this question. How to use TikTok to grow your business. Okay.
Wow.
So far, I like about 7 of these.
Mhm.
So I'd probably grab 7 of them and use them and then maybe rewrite a couple of the others or just add an extra line to make it more powerful. So do you guys see how this gives a fantastic base that I can then add my information into? So post regular and engaging content related to your business niche. And then I could add part 2. For example,
Mhm.
and then share a little more information there. Drop aha in the chat if this is helpful. Okay, we're going to do it in Jasper and see how the results differ because I have noticed that sometimes Jasper's results can be a little better. Question to everyone who's used the two, where have you found the best results in terms of AI copy? Has it been ChatGPT? Has it been Jasper? Drop it in the chat. And Aniston, have you tried any of them yet?
So I've tried Jasper. I haven't tried ChatGPT, but Jasper is amazing.
It's
It's really nice.
it's really nice.
Yeah.
I will say, um, Jasper's great for like more in-depth,
Yes.
specific answers. I find that they're a little bit better most of the time.
Uh-huh.
Um, but ChatGPT is really good for like short, quick blurbs and all of that, you
Yeah.
know? Yes. Okay. So we've got, let's do 5 paragraphs. Advanced strategies only. And this is where, side note, anyone who's wondering like is AI copywriting going to replace us? No, not necessarily.
Mhm.
Because what it's lacking is discernment. Drop an aha if you needed that reminder today. AI copywriting lacks the ability to say, oh, this strategy applies to this business, and this strategy applies to this business, and this answer is more in depth and has more of a wow factor to it. And so the truth is, well, it can get us started. It's missing that like next level layer of advanced or mind blowing or something, if that makes sense. So, this is what I usually use to get started and then take it to the next level myself, which I kind of love.
Yeah.
So,
And relatable to not only your audience, but to your brand. Yeah, AI definitely misses that last link of
yes,
changing it to make it your own and your own
yes,
brand voice.
agreed. Agreed. Okay, so we'll give it just a minute. Did I even hit the start? Come on. I'm going to have to scoot this window over. And I'm actually going to do 10. I think I have the unlimited words per month. So there is a limit with Jasper. I'm going to, why is it not going? Oh, no, it is going. It's just thinking. Okay. I'm going
Does
to do
Jasper
10.
also
Yeah.
have keyword research or any other kind of tools like that?
There are some things that can be used for, but I have found that ChatGPT gives me better keyword research. The only problem is it's all scraped from 2021.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, and I'm not sure if Jasper is the same or not, and that's where I find sometimes you have to fill in the gaps to take it
Yeah.
to the next level.
Mhm.
Yep, yep. Okay, so is it still thinking? Come on. Bold. Go. Come on. Go.
One of those days where
It is one of those days. All right, it's still thinking. So while that is thinking, I'm going to go back to ChatGPT and show you some of the ideas. So give me 10 ideas for viral TikToks for a sweater company. Let's see if this works. Okay, that's actually a really good one. Okay, that's meh. 3 isn't really good. 4 is really good.
Mhm.
5 is meh. 6 is decent. 7 is fantastic. 8 is nah. 9 is fantastic. And 10 is meh. The reason I say meh is because it's like collaborate with a popular TikTok influencer. Okay, I'll call Charlie D'Amelio tomorrow. Have you seen those TikToks where people are like, when my dad says, "Why don't you just call Brad Pitt to market your company?" Like, oh, good idea. I didn't think of that. Those are so funny.
Have her on
Okay, this is literally saying, oh, it is working. Okay. So this gave me a listicle. Use TikTok to create awareness for your brand. This gives very vague answers once again. It doesn't give like the action steps. So I'd almost add, and here are 5 ways to do that.
Yeah.
But this gives you kind of like a base for copy that you can use in content, which I am a huge fan of. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
If you guys want to create video content, I'll share one template that has worked really well for us in the past. Drop a yes if you're still here, by the way. Who's here? Okay. We're going to do Snuggly Sweaters. It's our company brand, okay? Snuggly Sweaters. And have you tried to find a sweater that fits well and is comfortable? Have had no luck? Snuggly Sweaters will give you what you need. Okay, let's try it. And we're going to do bold or confident. I actually like confident a lot. There we go.
I love how your examples are so random, but they're so useful. Like you could create a Snuggly Sweaters brand now.
I know. I was actually just talking to Paul yesterday. I was like, what if we created a line of activewear that looks like business wear? Because I hate the process of waking up in pajamas, changing into business clothes, changing to work out, and then feeling like I'm in workout clothes the rest of the day. Like that drives me nuts.
And then
And
you
so,
have to shower, and then you're like, "Do I have to put jeans back on, or do I have to
yes,
put pants back on?" Oh,
yes. And I was like, wouldn't it be cool if there was a line of activewear that was also, oh, I'm sure lots of people have already created this, but I would want to create my own according to my own specifications. But, anyways, okay, so let's check history. I think Jasper is having some brain farts today. That is awesome. It's like, nope, I can't create this for you. It is definitely having issues. So maybe I'll try it in Chat GPT because I am not loving that. Create an AIDA script for me according to this.
What does AIDA stand for?
Attention. So something that grabs attention
Mhm.
or awareness. Interest. So it hooks them in further.
Yeah.
D is either dilemma or description. I think it might be description. And A is action. So it's a storytelling framework that pulls people in that can work really well if you do it well. So snuggly sweaters that fit perfectly. There we go. Let's try it. Description. There we go. I was like, oh, it might be desire. Desire. We're about to find out. Attention, interest, desire. Drop a yes if you needed the reminder that we never know everything.
Oh.
No, or you might know something and then forget it. And it is a wonderful thing to be like, oh, yeah, I don't know everything. It's amazing. It is desire.
Oh.
So, do you struggle to find a sweater that fits you perfectly and feels as cozy as a warm hug? And that could be rewritten just a little to be less salesy, even though this would probably work really well for an ad. Are you looking for a sweater that fits you perfectly and feels as cozy as a warm hug? Introducing our line of snuggly sweaters. Our sweaters are carefully crafted. This is fantastic. Do you guys love seeing this script put together for you? So I would tweak this whole script, make it feel human, and then go for it. Okay. So then I'm going to share one thing that we have been loving, and that is creating carousels with quote cards. We've been doing this mostly for our clients, but it's something that I want to get into more for my business. I'm going to go ahead and get this ready. I'm going to do a different one because that one has like 67 images in it. So let's go ahead and do this one right here. Okay, so are you guys ready for how to put those tools together? So we got the idea. We've got the copy, the base of the copy for either a video script or for a piece of content that you can use for yourself, for your clients. You can use the AIDA as a carousel that you use for Instagram. You can also put them into TikToks and Reels. You can use them on Facebook, even though it's not quite the same as a carousel. Or you can follow this framework up here. Ready? So here are 10 ideas for viral TikToks for a sweater company. Here's exactly how to market a clothing brand on TikTok. And then I'm going to add just a quick image. And this is Canva. I use Canva Pro. Drop a yes if you also use Canva, whether it's pro or free. So we'll do the points.
I love Canva.
Me too. I remember the days when everything was Photoshop and it drove me nuts all the time. And I'm going to do this. And I'm going to add a little text here that says swipe right. Wait, swipe left. Would this be, if you're swiping a carousel, would it be?
It'd be right.
Swipe right. You guys vote for us because now I'm questioning. I never was in on the Tinder era, so I don't know. Would that be so? If you're looking at a carousel and you go like that, would that be swipe left or swipe right? Thanks for having fun with us today, by the way, as we dive into these tools and nerd out on new ways to use them in workflows. This would be left.
Left.
Okay. Swipe left. All right, so let's go ahead and make this smaller. And let's go ahead and center it. It's not going to center because I did it crazy, but that's fine. Good enough. Done is better than perfect, folks. Okay, swipe left. And then let's scoot these two down and clone that page. And now you can add your text from everything that we created. Now, here's a cool thing. You can count down if you want to make sure that people make it through the whole thing. So you could do 10, show the process of designing and making clothes from start to finish. Beautiful. Drop a yes if this is giving you some ideas and ahas for super easy content. Does anyone love this? Straight up, it is so amazing to have new tools and workflows that make content creation so much easier. Okay. And I've been doing this for a business that isn't even mine as we've been working today. So, okay, let's grab the next one. I'm going to do use split screen editing to show how your clothes can be dressed up or dressed down. Beautiful. Okay, so I would do this process all the way through to the end. Here we go. And then export it and put it into what comes next. Okay, let's pull my screen down for a second. Who here's gotten at least one new idea for how to create content, maximize your time, a workflow that can support you? Beautiful. Okay, so my next thought is, would you guys like to learn how to create a content rotation?
Yes.
Meaning a baseline of content that always goes out. So even when you're not just creating, you've got at least a baseline. So people are like, at least they're there. Even if it's not your top performing
Mhm.
content, it's content that's going out, which by the way is better than nothing. Sometimes people will be like, don't put out content unless it's perfectly strategized, perfectly optimized. I'm just going to straight up put this out there. I have, I think, like 2 million followers. If I waited till things were perfect and optimized and gorgeous and strategized, I would probably have 2 followers. Did anyone need that reminder today? Because straight up, the more you learn, the more people make it seem like that's the only way to do things. Guys, straight up done is better than perfect every single time. And so, I'm going to just share this real fast with you. And then, Aniston, are you cool with showcasing how to do auto lists,
Yes, of course.
create a content rotation? Because it's one of my favorite things. Okay. So, so you guys noticed that I just created one super easy piece of content, and that was a little more of an advanced piece of content, right? I didn't finish it all the way through, but
Mhm.
a carousel Instagram post is that takes time to put together. But who here could have done that with just one image a lot faster? Drop a yes if you're like one image with one quote, one aha, etc. would be a lot faster. Yes? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Okay. So, one of the things that I like to do is create content rotations for each social media platform that isn't video. Keywords there. Okay. So, for Twitter, oof, all of my permanent markers are packed up and I'm really sad about it. Let me see if I can get a better, like, ink depositing. Rules about quotes. If you're going to share someone else's quote, you need to attribute it to them. You need to have their name. That is the rule. And then that's it. The ways that people get in trouble is when they use other people's quotes and they put their own name at the bottom. Okay? They put their own name at the bottom. That's where the big trouble and scandals have all come out. Now, I personally like to just write my own quotes. And so as I go throughout my day, if I say something in a video, if I watch this video back or my team watches this video back, we might find a couple things that would make fantastic quotes for us to use. Okay. So, ready? On Twitter, the ink's a little better, but not much. There's 2 types of content that I can create a content rotation with. And that is standard quotes, truth bombs, ahas, one-liners, etc. from me and or others with attribution, key, okay? And graphic versions of those quotes. There's one more that I like to use when it's done well, and that is questions. Okay? Quotes, graphic quotes, and questions. These 3 things can create an entire content rotation. Now, in order to have a content rotation, you just need at least 1 month's worth of content. Now, it's ideal if you have 3 months worth of content, but let's just real fast break this down. If you wanted to be consistent on Twitter for the first time, 1 tweet per day, Monday through Friday, you would only need 20 tweets, quotes, graphic quotes, and questions set up in an auto list to have a 12 time per year content rotation. Drop aha in the chat if that feels way more doable than how you thought you had to create content in order to have consistent content going up. If you wanted to have a 2 month rotation, you would need about 40, 41, 42 tweets that are quotes, graphic quotes, and questions. And if you wanted to have a 3 month rotation so that your content is new for 3 months at a time before it's rotated, you would just need about 63, 64 pieces of content that rotate. Oh, totally doable, right? I feel like everyone else makes it seem like you have to have 200 pieces of content in order to have this. Wouldn't you say so, Aniston? I've seen that a lot.
Yeah. And I also think people get stressed if knowing that their content's going to be repurposed because they think people aren't going to be as engaged. And the truth is that if you're consistently in the conversation, no one's going to remember one part. And
Yeah.
also, it's just another way to keep your audience informed. And if you have, new news, and there's ways that you can just keep adding to the auto list so that you can switch things around, which we can dive into. But
Yes.
yeah,
I love it. Same thing goes with Instagram. Now, these aren't always going to be your top performing content pieces. Rotate does mean it repeats. If you have 1 month of a content rotation, it will repeat 12 times per year. If you have 2 months, it will repeat 6 times per year. If you have 3 months worth of a content rotation, it will repeat 4 times per year. On Instagram, graphics quotes, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but the big accounts repeat quotes way more than we've ever realized. Until you really dig in, I started to realize most of the big accounts that were growing rapidly were repeating the same quotes month after month after month after month. Wild, right? So on Instagram, it's just graphic quotes that repeat. On Facebook, page, not profile. Profiles cannot be scheduled automatically by any platform without risking you losing your Facebook profile. Quotes, graphic quotes, questions, once again. And we're going to go ditto on LinkedIn. Okay. So, who here feels like this is doable to set a stretch goal of completing, starting with a 1 month rotation, especially with some of the tools that I've been sharing here today? Now, I'm going to share with you guys how you can set these up for yourself and or for clients, because this is an absolute game changer. All right, Aniston, take it away.
perfect. Okay, I'm going to share my screen and show Metricool. So we are in the analytics section right now. So to access Autolist, you're going to go to the planning section, and here you'll see an overview of Metricool's calendar. And in the left sidebar, you'll see a tab that says Autolists. So like Rachel said, Autolists are a way to repurpose and repeat your content. So for example, I'm going to click into our blog Twitter Autolist for our English page. So basically, anytime that we have a new blog post, then we can link our feed or our blog website, and then, just have a little blurb about what the content's about, and then keep that rotation. So because something that is huge is evergreen content. So our main idea for blog posts is to inform and educate our audience about topics that, are going, either if they're new topics, trending topics, or just general marketing topics that can be used for years. Then this is a great way to just remind people, hey, this is still, important. You can still utilize this. So at the top, you can name your auto list. You can choose where to publish it to. So for example, this is just Twitter, but as you can see, you can publish it to Facebook, Instagram, or multiple if you want. And then if you don't want it to repeat, you can toggle off the repeat. So as soon as it goes through the whole list, then it will just end. But if you want it to keep repeating, then you can turn on that repeat. And then you will choose which times and dates that you want the content to go out. So this means that, for example, the first piece of content will go out Monday, 6 a.m., and that will take the first content piece. And then on Tuesday, 6 a.m., it will take the second one, and Friday, and so on and so forth. So as Rachel said, you only need, if you want to have a 2-month rotation, you only need 40 pieces of content to keep that constant flow for 2 months. So then when you actually create your auto list, you can see you can insert a post. And then if I were to click into this, so you'll enter in the copy, enter in where you want to link, where you want to direct people. You can add any images, videos, emojis, and we also just added our AI text generator to our auto lists. So if you have content that has performed well, but you want to revamp it or just rework it a little bit, you can use our AI text generator directly in the auto list to generate further ideas, so that if you feel anxious about posting something or repurposing something, you can tweak it and change it without needing to revamp the whole list. And if you also want to bulk schedule the auto list, you can import a CSV file. So this can be pulled from Google Drive, or if you have external tools like I know the Answer the Public, you could download the CSV, so that is good to know. You can also link an RSS feed. So for example, we have linked our RSS feed for our website. You can link an RSS feed for a podcast. So this is huge if you want to link that. And see what else. So you can see just our examples of some of our content going out. And yeah, is there anything else?
I love this so much. Okay, I want to share this really interesting kind of thing that we've noticed. When you have a content rotation, a baseline for content, it creates like a foundation for your videos to perform better, so that there's an in-between. So like, for example, I probably shouldn't admit this because I'm a social media strategist. I've hated Instagram for years. And right when it was probably 6 months ago, I tried to delete it and they wouldn't let me delete my account because it was verified. And I got so mad that I set up a content rotation and I just was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to create a content rotation and then just add my reels on top of it when they're done. And then suddenly my account started growing. And so we've grown by, I think it might be 10 or 20,000 followers since then. It's ramped up quite a bit. And so the combination of the content rotation and then also the video on top of it can contribute to growth. We're growing on every platform with the exception of Facebook page for other reasons, using those as our base. And the reason why it works is because people often will share them, save them, and send them.
Mhm.
It impacts them differently. So,
Completely.
yep. And an example of a quote here would be an example of a quote that I said earlier. Uh, I have nearly 2 million followers. And if I had waited to post content until it was perfectly strategized, optimized, and polished, ready to go, I'd probably have 2 followers.
Mhm.
So, okay. I love this so much. There's one more thing that I want to dive into. Who here has found at least one workflow tool that you're going to use? I want to share one more that's going to be really big and helpful. I'm going to show you guys kind of how to dive into some analytics to help you grow for yourself and for your clients. You can use similar rotations across all platforms. Okay, so let's go ahead and share my screen. Beautiful. Oh, you're already on it. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit, an inside look at some of the analytics that we can dive into using Metricool. Can you guys drop the Metricool link? I don't make anything from signing up for it if you join using my code, but you do benefit. So Metricool is free for up to 50 scheduled posts per month. If you want it, and that's for life, that's not a trial. If you want to trial the premium plans of Metricool for 30 days for free, you can use code Rachel. I don't benefit from it, but you do, which is pretty cool. So, all right, let's go ahead and take a peek. So we're going to just take a peek at some of the analytics that we can find. I'm actually going to go to my TikTok. Let's go to it. You'll see like my Facebook is like my, oh, there we go. Perfect. Why does tech hate me today? What in the world? Okay, we will not use mine. You guys, tech hates me today. That is so funny. Let's go to my Instagram instead. Okay, so you can see kind of what is working. And look at this. You can see there's been growth, there's been a drop in growth. And this month was a little different for me because some different things occurred where I wasn't creating as many like reels. But the fact that while we were on autopilot, almost 100%, we grew still makes me really, really, really encouraged. Anyone else feel that? Like that was purely content rotation, and we still grew by 233 followers, which was down from months in the past. Okay. So let's scroll on down. Here we can see like the analytics of impressions, how things are doing. You can see my stats are starting to go back up again now that my intention and focus is more so there. You can see lots of really great insights and dive deep. But I want to show you a couple of things that are kind of cool. I'm going to pull up a bigger window. Let's see if we can pull up the last 12 months. Okay, we're going to pull up my last 100 reels and expand the screen a little bit. Okay. I'm going to sort my last 100 reels by organic likes. And this is kind of cool. I could also sort it by video views. What we can do with this is we can take a peek at which ones perform the best and get ideas for what types of content to create more of.
Mhm.
These are both remix prompts, which is very fascinating, like giving people the opportunity to remix it or stitch it. This one's about parenting life. This one's a joke about Reese Witherspoon being my mom, content creation hack. So lots of different things to learn just from looking at what has worked for me in the past. Now, this is something kind of wild too. If I want to pull up all of my posts, and you can do this once you create a content rotation really easily. If I want to pull up my last 100 posts and sort by which ones got the most reach, I can create more content like this. Now, what blows my mind is these are the ones that I've spent the most time on, meaning I can add these on top of my content rotation to reach the most people. Like, look at this one. It's a silly meme, how I think I look in a high pony versus how I actually look. This one's pretty great. I need to buy some more books. Google's how to have a book buying intervention. That one also did really well. So people like those types of memes. And so creating some more of those, this reminds me, oh yeah, we should create more of these. They're intentional, they're powerful, etc.
So someone asked about adding old posts to an auto list. So
Mhm,
if you go to list of reels or list of posts, you can
mhm,
click download CSV. So that
yep,
will download a CSV file, and then you can upload that directly to auto lists,
mhm,
which is amazing.
mhm, mhm, mhm. So then I'm going to scroll down a little bit further and look at my list of competitors. Now it's interesting because I can actually take Vanessa Lau off, because did you guys know she's no longer going to be speaking and teaching about social media the same way? And I kind of miss her. I didn't really like know her, but I'm actually so bummed about it because I loved watching her content and getting inspired. But we could take a look, let's say, for example, at Modern Millie and look at her stats. Here, I can scroll on down to the reels that she's published or even just the posts that she's published and sort by the most popular ones in order to get ideas for what types of content are performing now. Now, you guys can do this for your clients too, to create more of the content that is most likely to perform. So, this, for example, Instagram, schedule a reel, um, Instagram update alert. Wow, a lot about Instagram. That's kind of wild. But then if I scroll down, I can do the same thing with her reels to get inspired about what topics and or formats seem to be working the best for any industry simply by looking at competitors and analyzing their content. Okay, throwback video, a revelation, that's pretty good. Uh, Revealing struggling. That's pretty cool. Okay. So that's another way that you can create great content and hone in what's working for yourself and for clients. Now, I
Mhm.
do want to show this. Who here has spent a lot of time working on reporting? Anybody? You ready for this? Ready for the world's fastest reporting? Check this out.
Change your life.
I'm clicking reports at the bottom of the analytics section. And I'm going to toggle on Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Pinterest, maybe not LinkedIn, YouTube. And I'm going to put my logo in there to customize it. And now I can generate a PDF or a PowerPoint. And it just takes a couple of minutes to get it ready. And all of a sudden, it creates this gorgeous PDF. We use these for our clients in our agency, and it takes us 5 minutes to do. And they are blown away by the reporting that we share because it is so in depth. Drop an aha in the chat if this is going to save you tons of time and effort. Pretty cool, right?
Yes. And you can customize it to add your brand logo, your brand colors, or your client's logo. So it's super customizable to, look professional for your brand or your client's brand. Um,
Yes.
and you can even email it to your clients or your teammates or anything. It's truly a game changer.
Seriously, seriously, seriously. We have time for just a couple of questions. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments in the chat. And then also you'll see in the bio beneath this video, there are some different resources, things that you can tap into. Isn't this so exciting?
Yeah.
But feel free to ask some of your questions, and we have a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
Woo!
Drop any questions. And if you have any questions and you're watching this recording, still leave questions and we will make sure to answer those. And if you want to create your free account, you can go to metricool.com. Make sure to use code Rachel to try any of our premium plans. Reporting is in our premium plan. So you can view all the analytics in our free plan. But if you want to download those reports, then you can use the premium plan. Okay.
Okay, so this is an interesting one. You can't schedule trending reels and audio. So this is the bane of everyone's existence on every single scheduler for every single platform. Even TikTok desktop, where you can post and schedule, you can't schedule trending sounds
Mhm.
unless you pulled the video, strip the watermark, and upload the video. So for example, I'll create in TikTok, pull the video, strip the watermark, and then upload it to Metricool, share it on IG Reels, share it on all the platforms, and then it usually gets added to the audio pages for those trending sounds. Yep. I'll let you answer this one from Valentina. Is Metricool connected to Canva?
So yes, we do have a Canva integration. So when Rachel was making those graphics, you can just click on share, and then you can connect it to Metricool. It will upload your graphic directly into Metricool's planner. So you can just pull your graphic directly from Canva, upload it to Metricool, and then schedule out that content. So this is huge, and
Mhm.
it's very easy to use. So yes, we are connected to
Love
Canva.
it. Okay. Next question from Stephanie. What metrics on IG are most important? This is going to actually surprise you because this is different from what everyone says. It is saves and shares. So saves and shares are really, really big because that means that it actually was impactful. This is true on almost every social media platform. If someone saves or shares my content, I know it can create a ripple because the very first time I went viral, it wasn't the likes and comments that made it go viral, it was the shares. And so when I started to see like, you know, 16 shares, 60 shares, 100 shares,
Yeah.
70,000 shares. I was like, oh, this is that ripple effect. A great book, by the way, about this is The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell. But saves and shares are how you impact way more people than reach, likes, comments, views, etc. While those things are nice, saves and shares are game changers. Some free tools to use for video editing, please. There aren't many great tools to use that are free for video editing, just being super transparent, but InShot on your phone and CapCut can both be fantastic, especially if you're going to, for CapCut, import it into TikTok afterwards.
Yeah.
Um, but the great video editing tools are all going to cost either a monthly fee or an annual fee. I use ScreenFlow, which is I think 200 a year, and then InShot is probably the best I've found for free video editing.
Nice.
Does Metricool allow for longer than 1 minute uploads for TikTok as it didn't recently? Not currently.
Yeah.
Darn API.
I know.
Ah, okay. I have a complicated question, I guess. My client has a practice linked to her personal Facebook account, but also has a supplement company and her personal practice linked. Can Metricool handle all three? So personal Facebook profiles cannot be scheduled to without risking your Facebook profile as it stands currently. That could change in the future. But business pages, yes,
Mhm.
Metricool can handle those too.
Yes.
Will analytics remain even when the watermark is removed? Great question. Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Okay. Is there a place where we can ask for help in Metricool on this topic when we are testing it? Metricool's customer service is fantastic.
Yes.
So fantastic. They do the best that they can to answer all of your questions, and they're so helpful.
Yes.
What are the best times to post content? Can it help with that? The answer is different for everyone. And yes, once you connect your platforms, Metricool within a couple of days, usually within a couple hours, will show you the best times to post on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok,
And Twitter.
and Twitter. There we go.
So it'll tell
Beautiful.
you, and you can toggle on exact percentages to see when your audience is more active. And this is based on your specific content and
Mhm.
account. So
Yes.
that's a huge tool, and it's free.
Woohoo. Natasha says, can we add music to post using Metricool? You cannot. That is not what it's there for. Nope.
Yeah.
Boo. Okay. I'll answer one more question. I have a client on another platform that has terrible analytics, but she's terrified of moving. I've been thinking about adding her brand for the analytics. Would that be a doable workaround? Yeah. If you want to just use Metricool for analytics, it is amazing. And because it's so cost effective, you can easily have both. It's not going to be another one of those platforms that costs $200 a month for one brand.
Yes.
Mhm. All right. Thank you all so much. I hope that you have the best day ever, and be sure to check out Metricool. I will catch you guys later. Bye for now.
Bye.